live. We built a bunch of EDC organizers today. A lot of the one-off custom ones that were ordered, we've knocked those out. That's one of them. What are these? Also, no, these are cigar cases here. Cigar cases. Here's EDC organizers here. Let's see what these look like inside. Pretty sharp. Tool bag organizers, cigar pouches, a bunch of padded hearing protection cases, black EDC organizers, Coyote red, OD black, mesh pockets, bins full of mesh pockets, more mesh pockets over here, chunk of belts. These are the ones that didn't ship already. More of the Flag Day bags. I think these are Flag Day bags. Leonard Fisher, how are you? Patrick Caswell, what's up? Shotgun cards. I see compact tear-offs. Those are probably going on stacked micros, maybe. EDC pouches. Here's a whole chunk of EDC pouches. Let's see what these look like. Ooh, I almost separated that. I'm glad I didn't separate that. Inside, outside. It's got two little flat pockets. I might have just messed them up. There we go. Byron Roberts, what's up? Chef D liked and shared. Amanda Willis. Hey guys, share this out for me. Just hit the share button, arrow, whatever. Put it on social media someplace. Tell somebody that this is on here. I see the same names every night, but I don't ever see anybody come that's like, hey, so-and-so told me to check you out. No rain today. Byron, where are you at? We got no rain. I was outside for the last hour pulling hose and just putting water where I needed water to go. We have not seen any rain to speak of in quite some time. Will there be any visor covers? I don't know. We run them. They sell fast. We sell them faster than we can make them. What color visor cover would you like? St. Jacobson, what's up? Casey Kemp, what's going on? Jeff, how are you, Jeff? Here's some kittens. Hello, Attack Cat. Should we get the new dog? No, we've got about another week or two. I think that he is coming out to Self-Reliance 4, Self-Reliance Festival 4. I think he's bringing his family out, which would be awesome. Great Wolf, what's up, buddy? Jeff Witherspoon, what's up? St. Jacobson, what's up? Central Kentucky, got storm, maybe quarter inch of rain. Save me from watering garden. Right on. MT, what's up? What's up, Patrick? I bought 3 of them, but I need an OD. Oh yeah, you won't see OD. Like I promise, if we run these things, I mean you'll see OD eventually. But if we do a run of these things, I'll do multicam black because we'll sell them in two minutes, literally. Come on. And if I had 6 of them sitting here in OD, it would take a couple days to sell them. Jeff, thank you for the super chat there, man. Thank you. Thanks for the inspiration. So what sticks out? Like when you just sent that, what did you have in your head? I appreciated this, or I got value from this, so I'm going to send John $10. What stuck out today or yesterday or whatever? Your answer on the lives were great. You were thorough yet concise. Even Nicole said she was going to take one of your answers and put it on the website. Right on, right on. I still feel like I have imposter syndrome, right? Because the people that are the other parts of those live feeds are so much further, right? For me, this stuff is a hobby that I believe will become a full-time job out of necessity, right? And I guess if I look at it, it is about a full-time job with the time that I actually put into it. And even when I'm not doing it, like when I'm over here sewing today and I had the phone on, I was still watching videos and consuming content, to build knowledge. And also interest and ideas, right? Like, why do we put trellises up between 2 garden beds? Because we saw somebody else do it and it looked fucking awesome. It looked amazing, right? And even when it's not trellising cucumbers or mini pumpkins or whatever, or beans work really well on those because you just walk underneath and you pick your beans. You can hang lights up and they look pretty. How are you guys doing 175? I don't have any of them, St. Jacobson. Don't order one. And if you have an order, you should reply to your confirmation email, and that's how that conversation happens. And you'll get a different answer than you will public facing, perhaps. But if you do not have an order for a 175 Cobra D-ring, I would tell you don't order one. You're probably not getting one. You're too late. Human at 6 when I ran through and moved equipment in the gym. Get ready for our tournament this weekend. Oh, very cool, man. Very cool. Yeah, it was, it was really nice Sunday at from 5 a.m. to 9. It was 65 degrees. And then this morning at 4 a.m., I was out at 4 and it was, I don't know, I bet it was 70. It was warm. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, at 9 o'clock, it was fucking 90 degrees. Pillow covers, Casey Kim. So the pillow covers are neat, and guys are dumb, right? So we make a pillowcase that is 12, 14, and 18. I think those are the sizes. And guys will get them and they'll go, this pillowcase isn't 14 inch. Well, no shit, dipshit. And your TV doesn't measure at 72. They measure them diagonally like they do at TV. And if what those pillowcases are made for is you go to Walmart or Michael's or Joann's, any craft store, and you get a pillow insert. It literally says pillow insert. And you know what it says on the package? It says 12 or 14 or 18 inch pillow insert. We build those pillowcases to hold those pillow inserts. And then dudes are like, this pillow insert doesn't fit in here. Press it, compress it, put it inside, compress it again when it's inside, zip it up. And we make them with that little pocket. What's the pocket for? Well, you can put a Glock 26 in there while it's sitting on your couch. You could keep the remote there, right? You want to man cave out your living room, but your wife isn't down with that, right? You can sneak a little multicam black on that leather couch with those pillows, and keep condoms in there. I don't know. Keep whatever you want to keep in there, right? And you can also take it, fold it up, throw it in your pack, and then you could just stuff grass and vegetation in it and use it as a pillow when you're out camping or whatever. Philippine Nomad, what's up? Greenhouse almost completed. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I saw you on PPF, Permapasture Farms. Permapasture Universal Penis. That is one hell of a name. That's one hell of a name. Is that your email address too? Witherspoon, right on, man. How are you? Empty, what's up? Did I see Sleepy Joe fall off his bike? So I did, right? But, and we all laughed and chuckled about it, right? How can this moron be running the country? Well, do any of us here really believe that he's running the country? I mean, there was a live mic where somebody asked him a question, and you heard it. Nancy Pelosi's like, cut his mic. We don't want him to speak. We don't want him answering questions, right? I would say Pelosi is more in charge of the things than he is, right? He's a senile old man, and he should be on vacation or in a retirement home sniffing his own children and kept away from our kids, right? Is it true that he took a shower with his daughter? I believe that she wrote a book or had some memoir somewhere saying that he basically molested her. I think that's how that conversation went. He took showers with her frequently. So the point is, while that is a point, what do we actually get from that, right? Can we change anything in the world by making fun of old man? Hold on, let me fix this. I think the big cat, these little cats will climb out of here, and when they get out, it is impossible to find them. You little asshole. This is the new shirt here. Like, come and take it. These say, come and try it. And we've got a minigun on here. Jack Spirko asked for an AR, and we might do one with an AR. But I'm sure this has, Jason. He was a special boats guy, and they have, miniguns on those boats. So I'm sure that had something to do with the artwork. Autumn, what's up? How are you? Andy Reed. Did I miss SOE Tuesday live yesterday? I did it on Facebook. And the crazy thing is, there was a lot more people on Facebook than there is on this live even. And a good example of why I'm not going to keep doing lives, because while somebody sent me $10, thank you, there's 46 of you on here, and there's only 26 thumbs ups on here. Like, you can't do the free thing for me, then I'm not going to do this for you. Like, I'm not walking around showing you a bunch of product that you're going to buy. I sell everything through text. I mean, I don't need to do these. And I give you guys 2 hours of my life every single night, and you don't comment on my videos, and you don't even push the thumbs up on this video here. So I just did it on Facebook, kind of just to see how it went over there. And we're gonna do a lot less content. We're still gonna do it, but you're gonna pay me to do it. Like, I'm gonna put it on Patreon. So the free days are over. Like, I did the free thing for you guys, but you can't do the free thing for me. So I'm gonna take it someplace where I can monetize it. Minigun will look great in the back of your truck. Yeah, minigun's the last thing I need. I do not need a minigun. I can't feed a minigun. If I had the money, if I had minigun kind of money, I'd buy something like, I'd buy a helicopter. I'd buy a helicopter. Did I miss SOE? So that was the answer. The Videopreneur, what's up? Hey, are you the dude that hit me up about coming out here? Listen, guys want to come out and they're like, hey, I'll volunteer time. I don't have volunteer work. I can't, let me tell you what volunteer work looks like. Volunteer work looks like somebody shows up here and they're like, hey, put me to work. Me putting you to work is giving you a screwdriver and a hand shovel and going, hey, pull all the weeds out of this gravel. Like, you're not gonna see me. I'm not gonna be where you are. Like, my days, I don't have hangout time like that. It doesn't exist. The hangout time that anybody, because the guy said, hey, I would come to your event, but I know you're going to be super busy. I won't get to talk to you. You're going to get to talk to me more at an event than you are here during the day. Like, you're going to get about 10 minutes of my time, and that's all there is. So like, there's not a hangout time. If we had a helicopter, you'd eat sushi every day. You could eat sushi every day anyways. Got the text about the shirt yesterday. Placed my order before they were sold out. Empty, yeah. I actually packed those shirts this morning, and we sent out a ton of those. You should already have tracking on it. Only reason I knew you were live was Amanda posted it on the back page. Yeah, it's crazy, Chuck. It's crazy. What type of drones? I use all DJI drones. I've had Mavic 2 Pros and Mavic 2 Zooms, which I really liked. I still probably have a dozen. And currently I'm flying the S2, I think it is. And I didn't like it at first, but boy, it's great. And I have run it in. I have crashed it probably 10 times. And they must have changed the plastic in this airframe. Because what broke all the other drones did not break this. Yeah, the Air 2S. This drone, I even flew into a lake, into a pond, and it went underwater. And you see that it's underwater for about 3 seconds. And I just powered up, and it flew up out of the water. Now, when I turned it off, it didn't turn back on. I set it in front of a fan that night. And then the next morning tested it and it flew, and we took it to Nashville and flew it the next day. That's this drone right here. I've hit a power pole with it. I've hit guy lines for high tension. I've hit like big high tension lines. I've crashed it into trees where it's just like you see it on the monitor, flipping upside down, tumbling, landing upside down. These are even the same propellers. Like I haven't even, usually you break the propeller tips. Whatever they're doing with this drone, man, it's working. I'll bet they change it so they break again. Epic Gardener shout out. I put down fertilizer and mulch the last 2 days. The mulch is helping a lot. I bet it is, Daniel. I'm putting down a bunch of mulch tomorrow. I went through and cut weeds, pulled weeds and cut weeds tonight out of the raised beds. Not much. It's only the second time I've done it this year, and then fed all that stuff to the rabbits. And then I'm going to put mulch down because I pulled a lot of stuff that showed up growing, and now the soil is exposed because I pulled it. The video and picture quality on the 2S is amazing. It is. The quality of the photo, it's a 4K, which also, I mean, I have that on the other two drones also. This airframe is a little smaller. I fly it almost always in sport mode, which means it will let you run into shit. And I do, and I find that by not worrying about it, you get a much better footage. Tiger Paw, what's up, man? Confirmation this morning, right on. What type of drones? Okay, we answered that. Turning on memberships on YouTube. I can turn on memberships on YouTube. I'm not sure how that works. I mean, does that just mean that you have to have a membership on YouTube and then only people with the membership can see those videos? Is that how that works? Like, we have Super Chat right now turned on. We've got, you can even, after you watch a video, you can leave a tip on the video after the fact. That's just not, our audience is not accustomed to that. And because there is not a payment gate that's required, they don't feel like they need to do that. And it's not about the money. I'm asking for something completely free. But I mean, go look at our videos. I have more spam, porn spam than I have actual real comments on my videos. But people every night have watched my videos clearly, and they can tell me, we can have a conversation about the videos that went up today, but they didn't bother to comment on the videos. Yeah, the video with William and Billy was great, yeah. And then we had another one go up today with Jack Spirko and I. Just received my order. Memorial Day bag's awesome. I think there's a ton of value on those bags. If we sold that bag, it would be a $65 bag. And we're still building them. These boxes here are waiting on free bags. And we just had some more finish up at the end of the day that will ship orders tomorrow morning. What are you doing? Lots of scammer bot Bitcoin video on the Bitcoin video. So the scammer bot thing, somebody's posting that, right? If you go to any of my videos and try to post a link, it won't let you post the link. It won't make it where you can click on it. But somehow those people can. That's because PayPal, that's because YouTube is allowing that. Think about that. YouTube won't even tell you when I go live, but YouTube will allow people to come on and post click-through links for porn on all these videos. You can also post a specific level of membership. Right on. Right, like Patreon, right on. I kind of don't want to develop that on PayPal. I'd rather develop it on another platform. I mean, did I say PayPal again? On YouTube. Because like YouTube is giving me strikes on shit that just makes no sense at all. So it's only a matter of time. So Chuck Peoples, yeah, all those comments you see, I go through and delete more than you ever even see. Like I had already deleted comments. And the first comments on my videos are that shit. On Patreon, I don't know. We'll announce it. Like when we do something, if you don't know we're doing it, it's because you didn't look. Now, you can be on Instagram, Facebook, MeWe, Locals, Float, Getter, True Social. I'm on all of those. I'm on all of them. So if I'm not coming up in your feed and I'm not in your headspace, you might not see it. But I promise you, when you go to look for me, you will see that we have posted every single day. Just received my order with Memorial. Okay, we read that. And the Epic Gardener thing, I like what that guy's doing. It's become, and he has another channel called Epic Homestead, which is the same property. He bought a lot, he bought a house with a really big backyard, and they've just turned it into, urban farming. And he's really built his brand. If you watch some of his older videos, he was in an apartment and grew a ton of stuff like on his front porch. Chuck Peoples. So I got on True Social. I heard Tim Pool talking about it, and everybody was kind of like shit talking it in the beginning because people signed up and it took over a year to get on there. That's because of the host that they were using, and they switched over to Rumble servers. I have a Rumble account too. We've got Rumble also. They switched over and started using the Rumble servers, and all the access opened wide open, and the engagement is really good over there. Early morning Instagram, day on the compound, favorite videos. Right on, Jeff, right on. Charlie Wood, thank you, man. Yeah, the live, anything with Billy and Nicole is going to be good. Always. Truth has an app for Apple. True Social does not have a fucking app for Android. I can't even imagine how that can be, but it is the case. There is not an app. There's not going to be a button on your phone. Discovered for myself the incredible versatility each backpack you make has. From the flat pack to the tool bag light, they have already been used a dozen different ways. For sure. If you had 20 tool bags, you'd have them loaded up. Like you would totally use them. Just got 2019 Tacoma TRD off-road. Still playing around with your 4Runner. B Jones, yeah, I had a TRD Pro Tacoma, and we traded it for a TRD Pro 4Runner. And then a week later, I also added a TRD Pro Tundra. Yeah, we drive the 4Runner. The 4Runner gets driven every day, but when we go out on the weekends, it's usually the 4Runner we take with us, and I love it. Chris Watkins, how are you, man? What's up? Isn't one for Android is legitimately sad and does not bode well for the platform. I think you're wrong. I think it's an Android thing. I don't think it's going to hinder anything. And it says that there is one coming, but it is odd. And I don't think that it's a true social thing. I think that it is the app thing. Who fucking knows, though? I mean, who knows? It was the app stores that pulled down Gab, right? Android uses Google Play Store. I guarantee true social issues. Yeah, that there we go. Driving 2011 Tundra Rock Warrior, right on. Just went to Sam's Club and they are pretty stocked up, but the meat looks like a shortage. So TAC 556. If you don't like the way the meat looks, go back in the morning. Like it seems to like ebb and flow. So depending on time of day, who's stocked, how their employee staffing was that day. Like you can go to Walmart and see fucking no meat, and then you go to Walmart 2 hours later and there'll be tons of meat. I think it has to do with employees and just time of day. And I mean, they might have so much, so they just put it out every 2 hours or something maybe, I don't know. Ellie Welding, what's up? What do you like better, Android or Apple? I hate Apple. I absolutely fucking hate Apple. Disgusts me. I use Apple computers all day long, and they don't fucking do shit the way the Windows machines do. I've got both, usually sitting side by side. I've always had Android phones, and I hate to say it, I'm probably moving to an Apple phone because my whole entire staff, my content guys, my video guys, my creative guys, all have iPhones, and to get anything on my shit, they have to, because they can send big files to Amanda's phone because it's an iPhone, but they can't send them to my phone because my phone won't take them because it's fucking out. It just makes no sense. So I'm probably going to Apple. I'm on an iPad right now. I've got another iPad. Whoa, I got another iPad over there. I've got 3 MacBook Pros right here. I mean, we have a ton of Apple devices. Walmart Neighborhood Market down the street is getting a renovation. The new design has no cashier register and no service desk. They're closing a ton of those. So Walmart came out and they said that by 2023, their goal is that 40% less customers will come to the store. They're setting up huge Walmart distribution centers, which will be for internet-based. So you will order, and your order will get pulled like Amazon, and a driver will deliver your shit, or a service will deliver your shit. Walmart doesn't want you coming to their stores anymore. Why? Well, because human beings are every problem they have within the store has to do with a human being. So if they can get the human beings out, plus I believe things are about to get real tough for people. It'll cut down on theft. It'll cut down on crime. And you won't be able to see what's really there or not. You will order Fuji apples, and they won't have them, and you'll get your delivery, and half your shit will be missing. And it won't be a Walmart employee that you're mad at. It will be to the delivery person. Flight Day promos. I'm excited for micro rig order recently sent. Had your belts for years. Right on. Freeman, you recently placed. What color micro rig? That's why I try to stay out of Walmart. Tiger Paw. Multicam black. There is one just outside of Clarksville that is currently not open to the customer and is shipping online orders exclusively. There we go. I can't keep bugs from eating my strawberries. Are you sure it's bugs eating your strawberries? Are they on the ground? I grow mine in raised beds and towers. Slugs will eat your strawberries. So maybe, I mean, go out at night and see with a flashlight, see what's eating your strawberries. I'm not opposed to spraying them or putting in something on the perimeter that kills the bugs. Walmart's been aggressively working on further building up their trucking network, especially paying more money for driver retention on the ground. Yeah, you need to go out and see what's eating your bugs. I mean, see what's eating your strawberries. Eating keto, my food shopping bill got way cheaper. I don't buy any junk. You probably look a lot different in the mirror, too. Ammo, mag, gun, accessories now require a signature when delivered to your house. I was looking at AR-15 uppers, and some places will only mail to an FFL. Single guy. Fuck those companies. Do business with another company. And as far as the signature thing, I don't think that's a legal requirement. I think those companies are just fucking tired of people saying they didn't get their shit. And I think that they're tired of, and some of it's legit, right? People steal boxes off of porches. That happens. The workaround for that is you just have it sent to a P.O. box. Deer eat my peaches and the birds eat my figs. Squirrels might be eating figs. Charlie Wood, I don't have any of those problems because I have dogs and I have fences. Like, we have zero issue. Like, birds will maybe get some blueberries and some figs, but it hasn't been a problem. And they do have like netting that you can easily apply with yourself and one other person. Just net the tree. It'll keep them right out of there. Medi, what's up? Anything cool on the tables for this week? I really don't know. I've been trying to kind of like let my people run what's happening out here. I walked over here tonight, maybe 30 minutes ago. I didn't even know what was done to be packed up tomorrow. And all of this stuff was finished right here, as well as these bags and these belts down here. I don't know what the bigger item is, the bigger items this week. They just did a ton of like small last item on order, one-off custom order stuff for like EDC pouches, EDC organizers, cigar cases. So I don't really know. I see a bunch of Friday the 13th stuff here. I've got Day of the Dead. We've got a bunch of Day of the Dead stuff finishing up because it's the last item on the order. TQ pouches. I got a bunch of adjustable holsters. I think they're just knocking down all this little stuff. We've been so busy doing bigger items, and now all these little items, we have orders holding on all this little stuff. Found a couple birds eating my ripe tomatoes, but they had left the green one alone. So it's the color they're after, huh? I haven't been to Walmart in months. Too many shady people, not enough products. I've been shopping local only stores, but to be fair, I do have many options other than Walmart. Not everyone does. I don't know. I mean, we use Walmart. We go to Sam's pretty frequently, which is a 45-minute drive. We use Walmart, which is a 15-minute drive. I mean, there's a few things we haven't been able, like they don't have iced Starbucks coffee anymore. We used to buy that. There's a couple things, but I mean, for the most part, I'd say 90% of what we want is there. And if it's not, I can get it within 15 minutes, you know. The Day of the Dead stuff is offline. Those are orders that fill, those are boxes waiting, and those got built to ship orders. What's been going on in Ukraine? I don't give a fuck what's going on in Ukraine. I'm not in Ukraine. What's going on with monkeypox? I don't give a shit. What's going on with COVID? Don't fucking care. What's going on with fuel prices? I don't give a shit. I would rather have a little bit extra money in my wallet but it's not keeping me from doing anything. My life is not in a place where the price of gas is going to affect how I live my life. I'll work a little more. I'll build something on the weekend, which will cover my entire gas. It doesn't matter. It's a talking point, and people like to talk about negative shit and get stuck on negative shit. If your life is in a place where the cost of gas is preventing you from doing something, well, then that was your life choice. You need to fucking make some different life choices. And the truth about the Ukraine thing, I don't know, man. Don't have a clue. And if you watch some videos on it, do we believe it? I think we're the bad guys. I think we were the bad guys in Iraq. I think we were the bad guys in Afghanistan. I think we are the bad guys. I don't think that terrorists dropped the towers. I don't believe that. I think your government is the problem and the catalyst to most fucking things around the world. It's more important to me to be able to get everything on my list in one trip than where it comes from. Sam's here has empty racks for the first time. Go once a week for work and home. They're doing a remodel, messing with the layout, taking up more floor space to make less product. So, not Richard, just Frank. I've seen some of that. Like Walmarts are doing it. Ours completely remodeled. I don't notice any difference. And like we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, Sam's Club, 6 months ago, we went into Sam's Club, and there's 3 levels, right? There's floor level, middle level, and top level of all those racks. Middle and top were empty. Like you could see across the building, there was so little in the building. 2 weeks later, it's fucking packed. There's stuff sitting in the middle of the aisles. It's like they unloaded those tankers, right? And you're seeing that at Walmart a lot right now. Everybody's like, oh my God, all these shipping containers at Walmart. Are you really that dumb? Like, can you not just do some deductive reasoning? Like, the ships have been unloaded. The ports have been unloaded. So there's a bunch of non-perishables, and a lot of it's seasonal stuff. It ebbs and flows. They will get the stuff they ordered this year along with the stuff for the orders from last year. So they'll get 3 times as much inventory as they will normally have. If you look around Walmart, you will see mass quantities of things in the garden section, in the food section, as well as like in the middle of the store, because they have so much of it. If you look at the seasonal stuff, they're putting seasonal stuff out literally like 60 days before the season now. Holiday stuff too. So, I mean, I see it, but I don't have city problems, right? I don't live in a city. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I can drive to a city in, an hour and a half, 2 hours. But we don't have any of the problems. Found a couple birds eating right. Okay, we read this. Bought 3 months of Mountain House. Man, that's getting really pricey. $8.50 a bag. Yeah, I bought $10,000 of Mountain House 20 years ago. And when the semi truck pulled up in front of my shop, they unloaded pallets, and we couldn't get the pallets in the door, so we had to take all the cases off the pallets. And when the cases were in my showroom in Oceanside, we literally couldn't walk in the building. $10,000 bought pallets of Mountain House. And I have Mountain House now. I bought from Emergency Essentials. I'd buy it every year. I was in a group buy thing with them, and you can do that. They have it if you look at it. And we would buy cases, and a case is 6 cans, and I would buy, 10 cans of what I wanted, and we mostly bought, protein. Now we have a freeze dryer, so when we're running the freeze dryer, we for the most part only run protein. And when you look at buying Mountain House, you've got Provident Pantry, you've got Augustin Farms. Emergency Essentials has their own brand, which I would suspect is probably made by Augustin Farms, and just labeled. But you can buy the dry goods stuff, you know, the muffin mix and the powdered tomato and, you know, shit like that. You can buy it. It's a lot cheaper than buying, you know, chicken. A can of chicken's going for $100. Like, your days of buying that stuff, those are over. Like, if you're buying Mountain House right now, you're probably, if you've waited this long to buy Mountain House, you're probably buying it because you feel like you're going to need it pretty soon. In which case, you could grocery store shop, get a lot more volume, and be further ahead. Plus, Mountain House shut down a lot of their stuff. Like, the Mountain House you're buying right now is probably, you know, it's probably made a year ago. It's probably inventory that remains, which is not a problem at all. But Mountain House shut down all their stuff. They couldn't even get enough chicken to do a lot of their entrees with. I was searching MK Ultra after your comments today, and John Hinckley and Whitey Bulger to the list of victims. Okay, so there's some stuff going around saying that an Army intelligence aircraft landed in Uvalde, Texas, like a couple hours before the shooting, and then it took off about 30 minutes after the shooting. There's some weird shit coming out around that, right? You've seen the footage now, and you've seen that the chief of police ordered them to stand down, and you know, the next day he was put on city town council. He got a promotion. There's a lot of super weird shit, but they're going to throw a bunch of stuff at you, and it's just going to disappear without any. There's not, like, you're not going to see shit come of it. There's not going to be a bad guy. There's not going to be any repercussion, like the Las Vegas shooting, right? What do we know about the Las Vegas thing? Have you ever heard anything more about it? You haven't heard anything about the Las Vegas shooting in a couple years now. Used Mountain House bags may work as makeshift Faraday bags. Maybe. And if that's the case, go get you some Mylar bags. You can get Mylar bags, Uline. I buy them 1,000 at a time. You can buy them on Amazon, or you could just buy Faraday bags. And I'm not saying that that's not correct and that's not good thinking. Highly possible. But your shit's only protected if it's in there when it works. And it's not just the Faraday bag. You can't just have, like, it needs, like, if you're going to build a Faraday cage, it needs to sit on a platform inside the cage, right? It can't ground. $72.75. I'm not sure what that is. Yes, the deals are coming. We got $100 shop vac for $30. Right on. How's the wood chips hold? Oh, Chris, you're asking me that? I can always use more wood chips. I have a lot of wood chips, but I am not putting wood. I am operating I'm operating as though I won't get any more wood chips till maybe next year. So we're not just throwing them wherever they look pretty, right? We're using them, we're holding them because we're going to use a ton of wood chips for these swale installations to hold moisture. Should have just got a harvest right, probably. Well, you can still get a harvest right, Daniel. And I'm not telling you that your purchase was silly, not by any means. I think everybody should have the canned goods. But I mean, if we're buying things right now, in the thought that we're probably going to have to use them in the next couple of years, I know everybody shit talks MREs, but if you get on Craigslist or Marketplace and just type in MRE, you will find somebody selling surplus MREs in your area. I buy a lot of them. Like when I buy MREs, I buy hundreds of them. I like to have them in cases unopened because they stack really nice. They're nice and square and sharp. But typically you'll buy open package. So you'll buy bags of MREs, right? Individual MREs. And I buy them, usually I buy 100 at a time, if not more. And I want to see them for $5 a piece. You're probably going to pay $6.50, and you can get those things. And I have super kit bags just filled with MREs. I think we get 24, maybe it's more, in a super kit bag. I have probably, well, it doesn't matter. I have a lot of super kit bags just stacked up. I have like stacked on a wall up to the ceiling of MREs. And I keep them in a cool, dark place. So you could buy MREs if you're worried about needing them in the next couple of years. MREs, I mean, I've eaten MREs that were 30 years old. Now, it's all how you store them. You can't keep them in the trunk of your car. If you do, you're going to get, a couple months out of them and they're going to be bad. But if you keep them in a cool place, and I don't mean like 50 degrees, I mean like under 70. The lower temperatures that you can keep them at, the longer they're going to prolong. How long do you trust an MRE? I have some that are 10 years old. Simpler. Have you've owned them for 10 years? Are you keeping them in your garage that gets to the temperatures of 90 to 100 degrees? Or are you keeping them in your climate controlled garage in your townhome? There's a difference. And if I need to eat, I mean, even if you open it up and it's swelled up, right? And you know that the entree's bad, the condiments and shit, the crackers or whatever in there are still going to be good. Now, the drawback to MREs is that they're heavy and they're bulky. But I mean, think about it. Look up. Like, go out in your garage and look up. Go, in your house and look up. Go into your closets and look up. We have a lot of dead space where we can stash things. Do you have stairs in your house? If you cut into that side where the stair goes up, usually those are encased and inaccessible, and there's a ton of storage space right there. Do I think I'll have sheep? I do think I will have sheep. Empty? Yes. The only thing keeping me from sheep right now is I don't have a tractor for the sheep. I've got a buddy that I gave the idea to, and he's like, I'll get on it. He's just super busy. He's got a project that he's working on that it seems like it's probably a couple weeks late right now, so I haven't really pursued it. I'm going to just go and throw this out publicly on my Facebook page probably and be like, hey, I need a sheep tractor. If you're the dude, quote me a price. That's the only thing I'm holding on. The only thing keeping me from getting sheep right now is I don't have a way to confine them that won't require effort every day, right? Because I want to move them every day. And I just want to pull this pin that's on wheels. I don't want to have to move fencing and shit. The Arctic MREs are actually decent. They are. The white wrap ones. And they're also, what are those things, Billy? 6,000 calories a day, I think. But everything's crazy in Alaska, or like Bridgeport, Mountain Warfare School. I hope we don't have to operate in the manner, because fuel gels and all that shit. They have a whole test facility in Alaska for extreme cold weather, and they just take vehicles there and let them run just to test all the new equipment. A lot of your stuff, it got hot here, so making wine, homemade muscadine wine. Right on. I have some of your wine in the refrigerator. Watched your video with Billy earlier today. Good stuff. Down, yeah. Anytime you get Billy and Nicole together, there's going to be a good show anytime one of them are on it. I'm just the guy that gets to be there. Somos, what's up? I think we've hit all of these. I think we've answered these. Like versus watch at the time. So I have 92 people on and 78 likes. 78 thumbs up. The thing about the thumbs ups is a lot of guys come on the video when they see it and hit the thumbs up, and they don't stay more than a couple minutes. So a lot of the likes that are here, those people aren't even presently on this video. Billy Magnum, what's up? How are you? I think it's going to be like Atlas Shrugged, right? So many people have done so much and gotten nothing for doing it that they're just going to walk away. And sooner or later, you're going to be like, hey, I wonder whatever happened to that dude. And you're going to go looking for him, and those people won't be there. Not for you. They won't be there. The people that matter and the people that interact and the people that really make a difference in everybody's lives, both ways, right? Reciprocal. They will know how to access those people. But the fair weather fans or the people that just show up, you know, they won't have access anymore. Like, that's where my business is heading. You're a year or 2 years away from when you type in special operations equipment, my website won't be there for you. I sell everything I make. Like, my friend Horton used to joke, he's like, man, if I want somebody to buy my knives, I'll call them and tell them to buy my knife. He always had 10,000 people and only ever had 100 knives. Like, we have a customer list that will buy every single thing we make. And I know dudes hear that and they're like, that guy will never stay in business. Well, let me tell you something. I've been in business 35 years. It's always been this way. It's always been this way. You see all this shit here? Somebody already bought it. Like, it's all sold. We made it because people bought it. And I think you're going to see that with information too. People have they've put their time and effort and soul into these things, and the monetization's not there. Like, we don't make money from YouTube. YouTube unsubscribes more people every month than the people that even follow me. I don't make any money for this shit. And people won't do even the freest of things. Learned a lot from you over the years. You put a lot of good info for free. I've been to your old shop. Hope to see the new one. Well, come on, Simple. October 1st would be a great time for you to see the shop. Or July, end of July, I think 29th, 30, 31 maybe. We're doing a swales installation class. We're doing a 4-day meat processing class. We're going to do multi-animal and take it from living animal to meat, and then we're going to eat all the meat here all those 4 days. Everybody's going to do a duck, chicken, or rabbit. We're going to do pigs, and we're going to do sheep. And we're going to convert that into meat, and we're going to have two guys here that are going to cook all that shit, and we're going to eat all that stuff. And then the day after those classes end is going to be October 1st and 2nd, and that's Self-Reliance Festival 4. When people pay, they pay attention. That's it exactly, right? I like to talk about Dan Pena, right? The $4 billion man. And what he talks about is, hey, I used to give my classes, and I would feel bad, and I would like, hey, I can really change this kid's life, so I would let him come to my seminar for free. And he said, my success rate of my students was about 50 to 60%. And it was always the people that he gave it to for free that didn't perform. He's like, so my class, and this was probably 5 years ago, the last time I heard anything about it. He's like, my class is $25,000, $27,000. And it's a 1 week, 2 week class, and it's 27 grand. And he said, my success rate's 100%. My success rate is 100%. Every one of my students makes over $1 million the next year. And he said that's because they are invested. They beg, they borrow, they steal the money. If they can make forth, if it's important enough for them to come up with the gateway, right, the gatekeeper, the $25,000, that person is going to do what it takes to make $1 million that year. I don't know what the numbers are. I think it's actually a lot more than $1 million. But he's got a 100% success rate because people pay to get there. Like the video guy cuts and grabs some of your live stream videos into shorts. Yeah, it's a trip though. If you look at those videos, they're not getting. Why aren't guys commenting on them? Everybody comes on here and says they love them. You love the videos? Awesome, thank you. Did you comment on every one of them? If you watched it, did you comment? Did you share it, right? If I entertain you, click the share button, send it to a friend through Messenger. If I educated you in some manner, if you saw something and it's piqued your interest, hit the share button and send it to a friend or post it on your Facebook or your Instagram. Take a screenshot and put it on your Instagram. Go, hey, check this out. You're not going to believe what this guy said. Ever had any issues with your Harvest Right? Wonder about consumable components or parts after you've used them for a few years. We've not had any problems with our Harvest Right. I got a friend that's had some problems. I feel like Harvest Right scaled. They blew up really big and bought some shitty parts or had hired people that had shitty quality control. There are some issues out there with Harvest Right. We are going to buy a second Harvest Right. We use the shit out of this thing. We haven't had any Harvest Right issues. Videopreneur, thank you. Marine Prepper got me into a lot of stuff. Miss that guy. Right on. I'm not familiar with him, I don't think. Dan Pena. Yeah, is that not who I said, Dan Pena? I thought that's what I said. The $4 billion man or $40 billion man. Old dude, cusses a lot, always wears a suit. He's like, you know how there's no global warming? You know how the sea levels aren't rising? Because Obama and all the rich people just all bought oceanfront property. And if it was such a problem, how come the insurance companies would still insure them? They say a lot of shit to manipulate and market. People move out of fear, and it allows them to buy the assets. Same thing with Bitcoin, same thing with cryptos. Somebody makes a post, people who should not be in Bitcoin, people take, they take their rent money and buy Bitcoin, hoping that Bitcoin goes up, and then they panic if it goes down, and they cash out. So the market is manipulated, and rich guys buy all the stuff while it's down because all the people out of fear sold all the assets. When the world is in for bad times, tons of millionaires are made. The world's about to be on sale. 6% interest rates. I got a dude that sent me an email this morning. He's like, hey, I will move there tomorrow. My wife is a contractor, so I come by myself. I've only got a dog, and I want to come work for you. I'm in Arizona, and I'm a mortgage writer. And he's like, nobody's getting mortgages. The money's too high. Anybody that can qualify, anybody that's trying to get a mortgage can't qualify for a mortgage, and I want to come work. Yeah, why would banks still give 30-year loans? Yeah, Obama bought that compound in Hawaii and put it in a giant multi-fuel generator. Chuck, I thought it was Martha's Vineyard, actually, I think is where he bought. I thought it was Martha's Vineyard. Not that he doesn't have one in Hawaii, but in Martha's Vineyard. And they got some kind of ordinance waivers because they just put in like 20,000 gallons. They just put in like a commercial refueling propane tank, like a giant propane tank like the farms have. Linking up with prepper groups local. I would join gardening groups. I'd get on MeWe and the survival podcast group and find people there in your area because they'll be there. Some of the Discord servers, you'll find people through there that are of your interest. A lot of people, it's a trip, man. People come here for our events. They come and train at TAC Response, and they literally drive from California, or they fly in. There's a dude that comes here once a month from Japan. They come in here, they train, and they find people that live 5 minutes away from them. but they never would have found each other because they don't know the secret handshake, or they don't have the banner on the car that says, hey, I'm a prepper. So they find each other because they're here, because they all have something in common. They're here for gear, or they're here for training, right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a good evening. Make sure that what you're doing, spending your time, like whatever you're spending your time doing, and at this time of night, you're probably not, like if I work out, I won't sleep until 6 in the morning, right? So it's not working out. I'm about to get in bed in a little while here, and I'm going to have a computer in my lap, and I'm going to answer emails, and I'm going to download video footage, and I'm going to do things, right? And on the side, I'm going to have something running, right? I'm probably going to have Marfugal on or something. And then about 11:30, I'm going to be scrolling probably through Facebook, and it's going to dawn on me. I'm like, this is adding no value, and this is 30 minutes that I could be asleep. And if I wait from 11:30 to midnight and scroll through Facebook, I gained nothing for it. There was nothing of value there, right? So just assess that. And if you assess every hour, literally every hour, set a timer and ask yourself, did I just use that hour of my life that I will never get back? Do I have anything to show for it? Did it make me a better person? Did it make me a better person for my family, for my employees, for my future? And if the answer is no, then do the next hour differently. And once you've done that 100 or so times, you won't even have to have a timer. You won't need an alarm. You will just look at the watch or look at your phone every hour. It's just like waking up. When I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I don't have an alarm. I haven't set an alarm to wake me up in probably 15 years. I just know when it's time to get up. And I know when it's time to get up at 4:30, whether I went to bed at 11:30 or whether I went to bed at 1. And when I say went to bed, I mean turn the light off, head on the pillow. Whether I get 3 hours of sleep or whether I get 10 hours of sleep, I know when it's time to get up. And if you do that, you will build that clock in your mind. And if you assess, did I just use that hour of my life, you can never get time back. Only good thing I find on Facebook is links to estate sales. Yeah, you will, right? There's tons of groups. I'm in a bunch of abandoned urban exploration groups, right? So I find new sites that we want to go and check out. I'm in rabbit breeder groups. I'm in livestock groups. I do scroll through the farm and livestock groups for Tennessee pretty frequently. Shit like that. Investing in equipment that I already use versus equipment that would be 6-month project. Is there a recommendation on which makes stuff faster? Billy, I don't know what you're asking me. I'm in a group that I pay $300 a week to be in a group. And I do a live chat with these guys once a week. And the guy that runs it, he has a life coach, and he pays his life coach $1,000 a week. And he gets 2 hours with him for $1,000 a week, right? And it came up in the group, somebody was saying, hey, I need to buy some more equipment. Would you rather buy the equipment or lease or rent the equipment? And he said, I always want to buy it. He said, I buy equipment. I own 22 properties now in my portfolio. And I just bought a John Deere. He's got a Bobcat skid steer. He just bought a John Deere 52 horsepower tractor. They just bought some horse property and they have 2, pretty high-end barrel racing horses that are coming home with them. And he's like, I just want to buy it. He goes, plus, for what is coming in the near future, you're going to need this equipment. And renting it is not going to probably be an option. So I'm not sure what you're asking, but I would have the equipment. Like we bought equipment. Even when I couldn't afford equipment, we bought equipment. I have a tractor right now that I don't ever use. I don't even need it, but I'm holding it because I believe that we will in the future need it. Any movie recommendations? I saw Jurassic Park. I thought it was interesting. I mean it was entertaining, right? I had a good time watching Jurassic Park. I saw Top Gun. I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed Top Gun. Amanda and I went twice to the movies this month, I guess, and we haven't sat in a movie theater maybe once in the last 3 years. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Good night. Everybody that super chatted, thank you so much.